Here's today's release. Found her on the road. Big old girl. She's gonna head right into the woods. Go lay some eggs. Anyway, we're behind the beehives. Take a look at what's going on over here. I was in there yesterday, so I'm not going to get in that one today. I'm going to get into this one. And hopefully they're nice too. I'm not wearing a veil or anything. The ones yesterday didn't sting me either. So, my bucket of stuff. Some queen clips, if I ever find any that I can find. I still haven't found the queens from these swarms. I haven't used this thing yet. I've just been using my hands. Nobody on the top. They're not really interested in that sugar because, well, there's plenty of pollen and nectar and stuff to eat. So let's see here. They've just been chewing up that edge of that Swiffer because it's right above them. Over here where they're not at, they're not really concerned about it, but here they're trying to tear it up. And you can see there's one hive beetle that got trapped in it. So you can see what they do. It's hard to see it in there. There's a bunch of hive beetles in that gap down off the end of the frame there, where the bees have been getting them, corralling them. The bees run them up and try to get rid of them. Here you can probably see a lot better. Bunch of hive beetles in that gap, and the bees, if they stick their head out, the bee will go after it. But unless they get them turned over, they have a hard time dealing with the beetle. So they all gather in there on the end, which they can't really cause a lot of trouble if they're there. So let's see if I can give these hive beetles some problems. See where that bee's grabbed one, she's taking it out, squishing them in that gap. See, she's making sure it's dead and falls off in there trying to take it out. All those are dead there now, so they should be. I've squished all the ones in there. Squished all the ones in there. So see that bee grabbed it. Oh, there goes one trying to pull a fast one. There was a bee going after it there, so they'll get them all corralled up right there. Yeah, they don't like them. They know they got to do something about them, so they don't lay eggs. eggs in places we don't want them to lay. Some cross comb right there. Try and cut through it before I try to pull out a frame. Now y'all can't see it on camera, but there's one that just come up and bumped me in the arm. She didn't sting me. She just bumped me to let me know I need to watch my P's and Q's. They haven't got things too horribly propolised up in here. Trying my best to do everything one-handed with this camera. You can see right there where they've stuck that together, but not too good. Let's see here. They don't got a lot built down that way, so I'm gonna try and pull this one out. Got some wonky comb there, so they'll suck up the drippings and patch that up. I need to try and get that right. Yeah, you can see the larva down in there. Making babies, lots of babies. I don't know if I'm gonna try and spot the queen. Nectar and nose. Doing this one-handed is not ideal. Here's the other side of that one. They got that foundation, that black plastic back there. I don't think they like it too much. A lot of people say that, but they eventually make cells from it. Lots of larvae. Spotting any of the hive beetles on the frame as yet. Although, when I say that now, I think I just saw one. Maybe not though. they run them off the frames. If they get on the frame, they run them off, and the only way that the hive beetle can get off the frame is either drop to the bottom or come up here to the top, and they end up on the end, which means they're going to end up right in that gap. You can see where that was broken earlier. The bees are completely covering that. It was connected right here. So hopefully they fix it better, but I'm probably going to have to scrape it off. Be as careful as I can because I don't want to hurt any of them. I don't want to upset them. Getting a little upset, but hopefully they let me continue. No stings yet, but heavy frame. Still don't see the queen. Down there on that screen attacking a hive beetle. I'll have to put this phone down for just a second. I have to try to get these frames straightened back out. Try not to squish any bees, because if I do that, they get really upset. Alright. Get me another hive beetle squish there. Hopefully they get more corralled there. They're in there, but I don't know if this is really bad or not. The wind's not going to cooperate with me on this, but the bees will eventually tear that up and yank it out, along with any dead hive beetles stuck to it. Come up from down there to get to the feeder box, but as you can see, they're not really interested in that right now. Alright. A couple of them are on the back here, but they'll find their way back in there. So during all that, one bee got stuck in my ponytail but didn't sting. There were a number of them that bumped into me and were buzzing all around me, let me know they weren't quite pleased with the situation, but not a single sting. You gotta just take her slow when you're looking in on your hives. Don't linger too long, but I mean, it's like you gotta be fast but don't move fast. It's kind of almost a contradiction, but they start getting more and more irritated the longer you're in there, I think. But these bees have been really gentle. So like I said the other day when I got into this hive over here, you know, they were flying around me a little bit, bumped me a couple times, but not a single sting. There's another hive on the property. I didn't get that one. I caught these swarms here in these boxes, but not that one. Anyway, that one was ordered, and they didn't sting me at all either. They'll bump you. I think people get freaked out when a stinging insect bumps into you, but that just because they run into you doesn't mean they want to sting you. They're trying to warn you. It's just like with any animal. A lot of times they'll try to give you a warning first before they take the risk of becoming aggressive and violent. You know, a dog barking, so on. But yeah, just wanted to take a look in there. I don't have I need to get a marker pin to mark the queen, so I'm not going to try finding her to mark, you know, if I don't have a marker, I'm not going to bother finding her. There was all kinds of young in there. She's definitely laying and reproducing nicely. The other hives, this hive and the other hive on the property, it's the same thing. Their queens are doing their job. So I think that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching.